A high-ranking officer in the Communist Army admitted his guilt in court. He said he had slept with almost all his female subordinates. When this news came out, people got very angry right away. Even more crazy, he added another sentence during the second trial. It didn't help stop the anger. Instead, it made the fire burn even higher. But this is not just a bad scandal. It's like a big crack that got torn open. If you look down this crack, what you see is not just one person's bad behavior. It's the whole communist army system out of control. From the Air Force logistics to the top leaders in the rocket army, generals fall one after another. From being praised as the strategic ace, now it's almost the whole army wiped out. The most important military branch got pulled up by the roots. Cleaning it this much seems very strange. In this situation, Xi Jinping said that old phrase again at the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection meeting: put power in the cage of the system. The real question is, who is this cage for? And who is being pushed into the cage? Right after the new year, the Communist Army got another fallen tiger. This New Year new tiger was recently sentenced to life in prison by the court. Normally, news about high army officials falling is nothing new to people. But what really made everyone explode was not the sentence itself. It was his two speeches in court. According to X-platform user Daniel Feng, Zhu Hongda was the Air Force Logistics Minister from 2009 to 2016. During the trial, he openly said he had slept with almost all the female staff in the Air Force Logistics Department. When he said this, people got super mad right away. The story didn't end there. After causing a big fight, Zhu Hongda tried to fix it during the second trial. He said he only slept with the good-looking female staff. But this so-called fix didn't stop the fire. It added more oil to the fire. Many netizens got angry and said this was like insulting all the women in the Air Force logistics system twice. Some people joked that these two sentences offended both the ones he slept with and the ones he didn't sleep with. It's like shooting with two guns. The women he didn't sleep with also felt like they got slapped in the face. That's pretty strong. Zhu Hongda made everyone so mad because he has no respect for women. In front of power, he treats women like tools or things to use. This kind of thinking makes people sick. Because of this, more and more women start to think, no matter how messy the world is, they must take care of themselves and protect themselves first. Okay, back to the show. For Zhu Hongda's actions, some comments say this is not just simple corruption or personal bad morals. It's showing clearly the long-time power bullying and sex abuse culture in the Communist Army. A high-level officer can say this in court after falling, which shows the problem itself. This case also lets the outside world see clearly. Under the communist system, corruption is not just taking money. Even people can be treated as things to use. New year, new tiger. But the old system problems clearly didn't change at all. And this case is not alone. It's more like a small picture that shows one corner of the whole communist army falling apart. When power has no checks and cleaning becomes normal, corruption and loss of control are no longer just one person's problem. They spread fast into a disaster for the whole system. People outside start to look from single fallen leaders to a whole unit pulled up by the roots. Next, we talk about the one with the strongest cleaning in recent years, the biggest shock, the Rocket Army. Has it reached the whole army wiped out? In recent years, Xi Jinping's government keeps doing strong cleaning on high army leaders, one round after another, almost non-stop. Many generals fall one by one, get investigated and held. Even core people like the defense minister and Central Military Commission vice chairman didn't escape. The most standout is the Rocket Army, which was set up only 11 years ago. The Rocket Army was made official after the 2015 Army reform. It's the fourth big military branch that Xi Jinping pulled out himself, equal to the Army, Navy, and Air Force. In Xi's plan, this unit is to deal with Taiwan, scare America, and hold up China's so-called big country status. Simple words. All things that can shoot nuclear bombs are basically in the Rocket Army's hands. From land, sea, or air launch, medium-range missiles, long-range missiles, intercontinental missiles, even strategic weapons that can carry nuclear warheads, all under Rocket Army control. So Xi Jinping praised the Rocket Army so high in the past, saying it's China's core strategic deterrent force, its strategic support for big country status, and even more, important base for national safety. Because of this, The Rocket Army having such big problems now is very unusual. Under waves of cleaning, it's almost the whole army wiped out. Since the Rocket Army started, there have been 4 commanders: Wei Fenghi, Zhou Yanning, Li Yuxiao, Wang Hubin. But in recent fixing actions, all 4 got in trouble, none escaped. Who can be Rocket Army commander? They are all checked, picked, and decided by the top army leader Xi Jinping himself. But the ones picked so carefully are all bad, corrupt people. Should Xi Jinping take the biggest blame for this? So far, at least 13 generals in the Rocket Army fell. Besides the 4 upper general commanders above, the fallen generals also include former Rocket Army Vice Commander Li Chuangguang, Lieutenant General, former Rocket Army Vice Commander and Military Commission Joint Staff Vice Chief Zhang Zhenzhong, Lieutenant General, former Rocket Army Chief of Staff Sun Jinming, Lieutenant General, former Rocket Army Discipline Secretary Wang Zhibin, Lieutenant General, former Rocket Army Political Work Director Sun Feng, Lieutenant General, former Rocket Army Equipment Minister Lu Hong, Major General, former Rocket Army Equipment Vice Minister Lai Tongjian, Major General. At the 4th plenum, another Rocket Army general fell. Former Rocket Army Political Work Director and 20th Central Alternate Committee member Zhang Fengzhong got kicked out of the party. One not announced: former Rocket Army Vice Commander Liu Guangbin, Lieutenant General. According to Hong Kong media, Liu Guangbin was taken for investigation in April 2023 and still missing now. Because he is not a National People's Congress rep, nor Central Committee or alternate, the Communists never told the public about his check. Also, on July 4, 2023, former Rocket Army Vice Commander Wu Guohua, Lieutenant General, retired for 3 years and enjoying old age at home, hanged himself, only 66 years old. Not only that, the cleaning goes down. 74 bid experts in the Rocket Army system and 116 partner suppliers also got punished and checked one by one, the whole system pulled up by the roots. Ex-platform user Du Wenwendu thinks, actually before the big cleaning, the Rocket Army had many problems, like bad equipment quality, not reliable, real fightability in doubt, whole fighting power almost stopped. Then the fixing actions that followed made the Rocket Army lose blood totally. Almost no way to fix. He also sighs. A unit seen as strategic core, in just 10 years reached this step, very rare in political and military history. This is not just anti-corruption or army fixing, more like a clear and reset for the whole military system. Commentator Wang Yukun says, Xi Jinping holds power tight in his hands, manages all big and small things, but the result is funny. He can't even manage his most trusted, hand-picked core army people. No matter the army first and second close friends, He Weidong and Miao Hua, or the 4 Rocket Army commanders he picked himself, even the 13 generals in Rocket Army, all got in trouble in the end. This proves an old saying: the more power in one place, the worse the corruption. Xi gave up the old power spread, check each other way, went back to high power in one person, put all big power in his own hands. But what he got is the Xi family army he made, those with highest status, picked most by him, became the group with biggest problems. Simply said, the people Xi trusts most, in the end not really loyal to him. Now, who can Xi trust? And who really wants to trust Xi? This all shows one thing. Xi's way of using people, anti-corruption path, and high-power control mode, totally failed. When a system reaches, no one can be trusted, no one is safe, an interesting saying got brought up by Xi Jinping: put power in the cage of the system. At the just-ended Communist Discipline Commission 5th plenum, Xi Jinping said this old phrase again. Communist Army paper quickly followed, wrote article with "put power in cage" as title to build momentum. But the real problem is the cage. Who is it for? If even Xi's most trusted people get in trouble one by one, then in 2026, the one put in cage, will it be just the lower people? Commentator Zhang Yuan thinks, actually, the key point is, this cage already put one person in first, the Communist Party boss himself, Xi Jinping. From a series of Politburo meetings since last year, you can see Xi Jinping is still core in name, but can't one hammer decide, or decide alone anymore. His decision power is being taken away by system rules. The army sings even higher. On January 14th, right after Discipline Commission 5th plenum ended, Communist Army paper wrote article, shouted to put power in the cage of the system. On surface, it's quoting Xi Jinping, but the article keeps saying one thing. Leaders must set example, lead from above. This sentence is clear, not for base level, but pointing up. Leader's example is very important. More interesting, the army paper also wrote, if people don't follow rules, they fail. If party doesn't follow rules, it's mess. This is not just talking anti-corruption, it goes beyond army job. Directly talks power limits, power edges. That means Army's words go past Discipline Commission, point to the top. The Discipline Commission's tone is cooling, but Army shouts harder. Anti-corruption, no stop, no half step back. Find how many, check how many. No set number, no top limit. What does this show? It shows party high level and Army maybe not on same beat. Power put in cage, but everyone not agreed on cage who. In 2026, Zhongnanhai doesn't want to break this stuck situation for now. But if Xi Jinping's health can't hold, or power empty grows more, the situation may speed up by force. Looking outside America, Middle East, Latin America situations change. World is changing hard, but communists clearly can't keep up, can't hold. This is not Xi Jinping's big change not seen in 100 years, but communists inside and outside trouble. Economy all down. Politics hard to turn big change. Because of this, more and more people start to hope. 2026 is not just New Year, but the start of communists' end.